Okay, so for this video today, we are going to work with this really cute stamp set called Cup of Kindness. I saw this on Concord and Knight's website and quickly added to cart. There's so many fun things that you can do here. I love the variety. And you have a variety of little florals. You have a smiley face in a couple sizes. Oh, it looks like the cup is actually in a couple sizes as well, which is adorable. I think I'll probably do the larger of the two for this one today. But again, the back shows you a good variety of fun things that you can do, and I think this is just darling. You can never go wrong with a little coffee stamp, or actually this is a die set, but absolutely love this. And then I've had this in my stash for a long time. This is a large dot embossing folder. I picked this up from Joann probably a couple years ago. It's still in the wrap, but as you know, I am going through all of my unused craft supplies this year and I am giving them some love. So I will try to find this. If not, I'll link something similar as well as everything else that I am using down below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started by doing a bunch of die cutting. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. My heart when I saw this instantly wanted to do a pink mug, or not mug, cup. A pink cup, so I'm going to run in that direction. And again, I want to do the larger cup. I think that will be super cute. So I'm going to need all of these. So these are the pieces of the lid. This is the bottom actual physical cup. And then we have the little wrap so that our hands don't get too warm. Okay, so we have that as well. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run in the floral direction. I thought that was so cute. Yeah, I have to do it. So I think I'll do, I really like the example. I'll do those leaves, and they also have this set as well. And I'll do the little trio of flowers. This is way too cute. Okay, so now that I know what dies I'm going to be working with, let me figure out my colors. Okay, it actually took me longer than I care to admit to get all of my colors selected, but I'm gonna go with the nectar for the actual cup. I think that'll be super cute. And then I need to pull just a white for the lid. And then I have clementine and sea glass, watermelon, and lemongrass, I believe are the color choices for these, which I just need tiny ones, but these are the smallest pieces that I had. So I'll just grab even smaller pieces off of that. Oh, and then I also, should I grab, I kind of want to do, I could do this in a craft cardstock so it could mimic an actual little coffee sleeve, but let me wait on that for a second. Okay, I'm gonna start trimming these pieces down. I did grab my mini die cut machine. It's the perfect choice for all of these small little cuts. And I'm just going to start getting these all cut out. Okay, so we have this, set this right on through, and I can't remember what video it was in, but I did end up fixing my little die cut machine. It was not suctioning any longer to my mat, and with the help of you, I went ahead and really just cleaned that bottom of the rubber down there, and it's good as new. So if you have that problem, be sure to just try to clean the bottom. Any type of debris that gets on there will make that suction go away. So you want to make sure you have that nice and clean. I'm also going to grab this little magnet. I like to have this on hand to just collect the dies that I have used, because then it keeps me organized and it makes me know that if it's still on my mat, it still needs to be cut out. But then once I've cut it, I can just remove it. Okay, this is just some Nina cardstock, and I'm gonna try to put several little pieces on this as I send it through. So I know I want those little leaves to be this lemongrass, And I do think I'm going to do that twice. So this over, grab this, and I'll cut that out twice. Okay, and then I want my biggest flower to be out of watermelon because it is one of my new favorites. And then the second biggest I will do out of my next favorite, which is clementine. Okay, and then I'll save that other little baby flower for the next round because I'm gonna recut out some leaves, and then I need to decide on what I want my coffee sleeve to be cut out of. Okay, so let's gently put this through so nothing shifts, and we'll run this one through. There we go. Okay, so once again, once I've used them, I can just collect them on this magnet. I'm gonna rerun that, so I want to keep that. Okay, so this is how my, oh, that's cute. That's how my cup is starting to look. Here's my florals so far. There we go. And this is done. And this one got stuck there. Okay, that one's done as well. Okay, my leaves. So let's rerun the leaves. Do this last tiny flower out of the sea glass. And then I'm definitely going to pull craft cardstock for the sleeve. I'm gonna run these through really quick because this next one, I'm going to need to get some washi tape and really position these two dies together and run them through all at once. So I just want to focus solely on that and not have multiple cuts all at once. Okay, so we have that and we have the leaves. Okay, let's grab some craft cardstock and do our final cut. And then, oh my gosh, I love the color combination. It's so neat. Okay, and then we'll get to going on building this card up. Okay, and still Concord and Ninth here. Their cardstock is pretty much what I use exclusively. Actually, I shouldn't say pretty much. Their cardstock is what I use exclusively. I just have not found a better color combination than their whole color scheme they have. It's beyond brilliant. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to, so this is what's going to cut it completely out and give us the shape. This is a little embossed look, and it's going to give us those nice little creases that you see usually on these little sleeves. Okay, so that looks just about center in there. Good enough. I'm just gonna tape it a couple times to make sure that doesn't shift. And here is our final cut. Yay, okay. Now I need to grab a panel so that I can start building this up. But actually, this is where I want to bring in my embossing folder. Okay, so then we have one piece here. How sweet is that? So again, that one die did the outline, the actual physical shape, and then the second one did the little embossed look there. Okay, how cute. Definitely the right choice to go with the craft. All right, let's tidy this up. We'll place these little guys over here and can remove that. Let's grab a panel, and I'm really eager to see how that embossed large dot is going to look. I fell in love with it and I can't wait to see it on paper. Okay, so again, this is what that looks like. Very cute. I'm going to actually, I'm done with this. I'm going to run it through my larger die cut machine, and that will be my Spellbinders Platinum 6. So I'll remove that. But first, let's grab a panel and trim it down because I like them to be just a tad smaller than my actual card base. Okay, so I have my mini trimmer here, and I am going to take this panel. This is an A2 size panel, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm gonna trim it down just 1/4 inch on each side. So we'll do 4 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, looks great. And then we're going to put it through my spellbinders inside this embossing folder. So I saw Carissa Wiley do this. I'll link her channel down below. She just makes the most brilliant cards, but I believe it was her that just ran a baby wipe over her cardstock just to kind of soften it up so that it got a really good embossed look. So I've added that to my workflow when doing embossing folders. I don't do embossing folders a lot, but when I do, I like adding this to my workflow because I do think it works. Okay, I kind of thoughtfully placed that so I got a little bit of everything. Focusing on the edges there, I just wanted the edges to have some type of dot on there. And let's go ahead and run that through. Okay, let's look at the final look here. Oh my goodness, okay. That is so cute. Oh, I love how playful that is. It's definitely the right choice for a card like this. I love that. It's so subtle, but it's gonna offer something just really playful and fun in the backdrop there. Okay, so loving how this looks. I'm going to really quickly just build my actual card. And what I'm thinking is I want to be mindful of where I want to stamp a sentiment. And I'm thinking that I'm actually going to stamp it directly on the cup. So I'm just trying to see where I have room to do so. So, actually I don't need that there. I pulled this other stamp set that I have, and oops, I have multiple in there. I love this. I like You Make Me Happy, which I don't think I have enough room for anywhere. I could just do a thank you or a hello. That would be adorable. Or I could skip it altogether and stamp the inside of my card, which could be really neat as well, actually. It would allow me to use the stamp that I want. I actually know what I'm gonna do. I actually have a coffee card for a friend in my wallet that I need to give her. And so I think I'm gonna do I Think You're Wonderful, and I'll stamp it on the inside. That way I can use the sentiment that I want, and the outside can be just nice and simple. I'm not afraid of having something that doesn't have a sentiment on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to have a variety of things I just brought in. I'm going to use my Score Buddy. I have 110-pound cardstock. This is 11 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to do a top folding card in the A2 size. So I will put my score line right down the middle here. Now I did get a new score board recently. It was a white one, and I showed it in my Amazon haul. And while I like it, I have to say I do prefer this better. For just a couple reasons. First of all, the little score tool is really easy to take in and out. The other one, you kind of had to position it and slide it in and out, and it was a little bit more difficult. And for some reason, I just find it much more natural to use this one. I can quickly find what I need and score. So I don't know. I like the other one, but I find myself actually grabbing for my original one more times than not. Okay, so I don't want to forget to stamp the inside. In fact, maybe I should do that first. That way I can put it in my Misty and not worry about having all of my decoration on the front, because that can get a little bulky. Okay, so does that make sense? If I waited to the end, I would have all of my stuff there, and I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to use I Think You're Wonderful. And I'll just do it more at the top. I feel like I've had people ask if I stamp on the inside of my cards. I will say 99.9% of the time I don't. But I think this is an appropriate time to do so because I do want a sentiment, but I want it far enough up because I do like to have a lot of room to write, which is why I usually skip that inside sentiment. Okay. And I don't know, I just keep it blank. All right, I'll just opt for a simple Memento ink in a black. Probably double stamp that. I see one little part where it was a little bit shallow. Let's see. And I'll link this stamp set down below. It's a pretty little spring set. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to double stamp it though, just to give it a little bit of contrast. I was actually making this card just for fun, but I am excited because I actually have someone that I can give this to right away. Okay, so let's find that little wet wipe that we used earlier for that embossing folder. Clean that up really quick. Okay, and now the inside is all done. While I am doing this though, I'm doing everything out of order today, but you know what? It's all gonna get done, so that's good. But while I have my ink out, I'm going to really quickly turn this over. So just like this. And I'm gonna stamp my little personalized stamp right on the back side. Okay, so just like that. And there we go. Okay. All right, let's get to the exciting part. Let's turn this all the way around. And this is totally warped and wonky, right? So the easiest way to do that, or fix that, remedy it, is foam tape. And I always do foam tape anyway, so it's going to do two things. It's going to both remedy my little warped panel here, straightens it out, lickety split, but also it's going to give me a little pop of dimension. And I also think I will do some foam tape on the back of my actual coffee cup as well. Okay, so there we are. I'm gonna take these little strips off really quick. And we are good to go. So you can see it just straightened that right out. Center that. There we go. Not a perfect center there, but that's okay. The love is there. Okay, and now let's go ahead. I'm gonna zoom us in. Let's build this card up. This is gonna be so cute. So I feel like I need to do a lot of this on the mat here. And let's start with liquid glue. It's been a few weeks since I have made a card. Oh, that looks good. Gosh, it really has. Sometimes I go on card making marathons, so I'll film like, I don't know, 5 cards in a week, and then you'll see them for 5 weeks, once a week, and then I won't make some for a little bit. So I feel like I need to get back in my little groove here. Okay, so this is going to go, we know where this goes because it's actually centered really well with, or not centered, but it takes on the shape, so you know exactly where to slide that. So let me just put some liquid glue right on the back of this piece. And let's see here, goes there. Okay, love that craft look, so cute. Okay, so we have that. And then I might have to look at the packaging. I think these actually go one on top of the next. Like that. Yeah, that adds the little lip of the cup lid. Okay. So, with those little scissors. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get that nice and center. Okay, looks awesome. This is super cute. Okay, and then my thing here is, do these attach? Or do they kind of, well, no, they do attach. How far do we put it down? I guess there's really no right or wrong here. I think we just barely tuck it on there though. In fact, so barely that I think what I'm going to do is put some washi tape on there because I want to put these two pieces down at the same time on my card with some foam tape. So I'm never afraid just to do little quick adhesive things that are imperfect on the back in order to, okay, hold on. Actually, you know what I can do? Let me put this here, and then I was trying to do too many things at once. Center. Okay, let's see how that looks. Does that look good? It does, yeah. Okay, so now I can turn this on over, and I will just make that permanent with some foam tape. Make that whole thing permanent. Attach those two pieces together is what I mean. Okay, I think I'll do, ooh, I got a little long there. Okay, I will do that. So now those pieces will stay together. And then I'll just add a couple thoughtful pieces to the right side. Okay, now got those all taken care of. And I'm just gonna center this right on the card. Oh, I love the polka dots. It's so cute. Okay, now let's just quickly put these little cuties on. So I'm thinking 1 and 2, and then our third here. And then I want the leaves to kind of come off the side of the cup there, or kind of just drape off, because I like how it's interacting with the card base a little bit more. And then do I want to add more down here? In fact, I could just do a third leaf. I don't have to use the fourth. And I could do that down here. Let me see. See what I want to do. Oh, I actually do like that. I'll add that other leaf there. Okay, I'm not going to do the fourth. I think that looks really good. So now what I need to do is, let's remove these two. And let's put this down, but I'm going to avoid these two petals with glue because that's where I want to tuck the other leaves under. So I'm going to do that. Okay, be fun to do something with the centers of these little flowers. Okay, and then, oh, that's actually on there. That must have gotten into contact with some glue. That one, not so much. So let me add some glue there. See if I can put that in there. Oh, perfect. Okay. And then what I'll do is just lift that a little bit and add a tiny bit there. That way I really know that that other one is down as well. Okay, and then we had this cute one. And again, I'll try to avoid probably, oh, I think I did it the wrong way. That's probably enough anyway. Okay, so I want that to go there. Okay, and I'll do this one next. Just a little bit goes a long way. Did I have it kind of like this? I think I had it something like that. Okay, and then finally this little guy. Okay, I'm gonna let that set for just a moment, and then we will add our final little embellishments. That is way too cute. Love it. Kind of want to opt for something super playful, but let me see if I end up liking it. Ooh, that could be really fun. And I am kind of curious about adding, oh yeah, that's exactly it. I want to add these little sequins to the centers of the flowers. I think that's really cute. And then possibly just do maybe a couple kind of tucked under maybe here, and then actually I'm gonna bring these because I was gonna go here, but we already have a little element here with that leaf. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm gonna bring 2 here so that I can do the same to the other side. Let's see. I like this middle size and this tiny one. Okay, I like that. Quick and easy decision. Okay, and I feel like I'm gonna need a little bit of generous glue just because I want it to be able to meet. Oh, see how it's just kind of in that little area there? There we go. Because it's kind of going inside that little middle of the flower. There we go. Okay, and then I'll finish with these final ones on the side. Very cute. I love how playful that is. I'll link the sequins down below. It's one of my go-to that I grab for time and time again. It's good for, well, it's good for anything, but I find that I grab it for birthdays and more like just light and bright cards, which I guess most of my cards are light and bright, but just when I want a little bit more of a playful look. Okay, easy peasy. I really like how that turned out. And they are really cool because they take on different colors with the light. So that's really cute. Okay, so did end up stamping the inside of this card. I like that. And I think that the front of this card, even without a sentiment, is just perfect. So I love how this turned out. So don't be afraid to skip the sentiment on the outside for sake of design. Or in this case, I really wanted a specific sentiment and I just knew I couldn't really make it work on the front. So love how that turned out. Of course, my little handmade stamp is on the back. And as always, everything that I used will be linked down below. So go take a peek in the description box below if you want to grab any of these products. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to give this a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video.